Hi, I'm Michelle, Marketing Manager at Compellon, and I'm here in Seattle to share with you our latest Oracle Cloud Infrastructure Marketplace listing, Iris Pro. Getting trusted answers from your data and analytics is really hard. Harvard Business Review said that bad data costs the US over $3 trillion a year. Spending a lot of time and resources on something that you don't know is going to provide the answers that you need is scary. With Iris Pro, we give you the confidence that you need that your data analytics projects can provide the trusted answers you're looking for. So you can proceed with confidence, you can prioritize your data projects, and really become a true data hero. So you can find us in the Oracle Cloud Marketplace, and this works really great with your Oracle applications like your ERP or your CRM, and you can send that data directly into Iris Pro operating within your own tenant. You can find us in the Marketplace here, see Iris Pro, and you're going to launch this as a virtual machine image. And the important thing here is that when you launch Iris Pro, make sure you contact us so we can get you your username and credentials. Through this process, you can name your own instance. And right now the default is set to about 15 gigs of memory. If you need to change this, you can go in here and pick whatever version you need. Iris Pro is memory intensive, and so if you're running larger data or bigger data sets, you might want to bump up to 30 gigs. The other really important thing here is to make sure that you assign a public IP address. You'll need this to run your local host. And once again, the default volume here for your storage is 46 gigs. If you're running a lot of data, you can adjust this as needed by clicking here and putting in your own boot size. So then you're going to want to paste your SSH key into this field right here, and you're ready to go. All right, so once your instance is running, you want to copy this IP address here, and then open a terminal window, get into the directory where you downloaded this, and you're going to enter the following script. /start_irispro.sh and then the IP address. And you're going to run this. Once again, make sure you contact Compellon and we can make sure your credentials will be valid when you're ready to run this script on your VM. Once that script is run, you're going to open your browser, localhost :8000. And here's where you're going to log into Iris Pro. Once you've logged into Iris Pro, you're going to land on this dashboard here. It's going to seem pretty empty your first time around. That's because you need data. You're going to be bringing this in from a couple sources, and we have a couple different ways to help you with that. You can drag and drop a file. You can upload from your computer or from a URL. If you need to do it via API, we can help you with that as well. And the most important thing here is you can use a CSV, a TSV, and you can zip it. And so it's easy to upload. So I'm going to bring in a data set that I want to use to see if I can help my churn problem at my company. So we're going to upload this data set here. Pretty quick. And the first thing you need to do is review your data to make sure that we have correctly identified the data type. You can have numeric, categorical, ordinal values if you have a lot of survey data, ranked ordered, best case, worst case, extremely satisfied, extremely dissatisfied. And you just want to make sure you go through all of your columns here and that they're labeled correctly. If you make any changes, you'll be prompted to save that schema. And if everything looks good to go, you'll be ready to do your analysis. So here we're looking at solving churn. So I'm going to name this churn equals yes. This is your home, your data, the way you organize things, that's up to you, but you have to have a name. We're looking to build a predictive model in the future. Remember, we're not doing that here. We're just providing you the insights and the information you need to make an informed decision on whether or not this data set that I'm adding is going to help me reduce my churn if I build a predictive model. If it's not, there's no use in wasting that time building those models. I know what my column is. We're looking at attacking churn here. So we're going to identify that column, and then we are looking at who is churning. We want to reduce that. So we want to understand those customers. You can add multiple targets here if you have other questions that you know you want to answer or items that you want to look at, just by adding the plus sign, but all you need is one. So we're going to run that analysis. It goes pretty quickly, and all of the analysis you run will be listed here on this page. Once it's ready to go, you can just click on your analysis and you'll get all the outputs that you need to make that decision that I told you about. So we're going to look at churn being yes. So the way that we approach data and information is, I have a question about churn. Think of it as a whole, and I want to fill it with as much information as possible. But I don't want repeating information. Think about that as water just flowing through the cracks, and it doesn't help fill up your hole. I want good dirt, good information. Our engine looks for that information, reduces redundancy, and helps a little bit with noise. But the most important thing here is tells you whether or not it looks good, and if it's going to help you solve your problems. So here we can see that we have about 60% information quality. 60% of this data is describing our target of being churned. So I can probably ask quite a few questions of it. And once again, depending on your business goal and objective, sometimes you want to be really accurate. Sometimes precision or coverage is more important. But precision and coverage is a trade-off. And we can kind of give you an insight to what that trade-off you can expect to see in your models when you build them, pushing towards either precision or coverage. This information, once again, is helpful because if coverage is really important, but your accuracy and precision is going to change drastically where you're not okay with that, then you know you need to find some more information or go back and investigate your data a little bit further. Consistency is a score that we produce to show you how well this information is acting across your data set. Is it able to describe your entire data set, or are there groups acting differently where this information may change? So if your consistency is high, you can probably proceed with one model to describe your customers. If your consistency is low, you might want to look at subsets or groups of people that are acting differently. Maybe you have someone in some part of the country is because it's colder and they like to be indoors watching TV more often using their subscription, versus someone who lives in Southern California and they're enjoying the nature. Maybe you have to subset by geography. Whatever you need to do, you can determine that as the business expert. If your data is good and has a lot of informational quality and you are going to proceed forward, another great feature here is that we provide a reduced set of variables that capture the information you're looking for. So I don't have to ingest a very wide set into my model building process. I can just now use these variables here that we show in the relationship diagram and how the information flows from them to describe our target of churn being yes. Really quick feature selection, and it helps narrow down those wide sets that we all have. The other feature that I want to show you today is the information relationship graph. This is a diagram of your entire data set with no target in mind that our engine builds autonomously to show the flow of information and how it all relates together. This is a really great picture of your business and how the data is captured within your business. You'll also notice that there's blue nodes and yellow nodes here. These are what we call target candidates. Based on the information within your entire data set, and for each column, we highlight the columns that have the highest values. Then you can look at that information and determine, hey, is this something that's worth me investigating further as a business? Will this help provide value to my business and learning more about product C number of users? It may or may not. That's up to you to decide. We're just telling you that within this set, there's other good candidates that you can build models on and do a deeper analysis to help solve problems. If they're valuable, great. You just found another use for this data set. Data is money, helpful. Or if not, you quickly know that you need to find some more data to answer other questions. And that was launching Iris Pro from the Oracle Cloud Infrastructure Marketplace. If you need more information, you can find a datasheet and a user guide on our listing. And remember, you can launch this in your own tenancy, bringing in data from your other Oracle applications like your ERP system or your CRM.